What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here with a Madden 19 gameplay. Going to try to start getting more gameplays out to you. So, a few days ago, I posted a good run out of the pistol formation, the triple option. I'll link that below if you didn't see it yet. Posted the run. I said I had a couple gameplays and I would post them soon. So, here's the first gameplay with me running basically mostly out of the pistol in Carolina's playbook, the triple option, but mixing in, pass plays and stuff like that. Sometimes I'll go shotgun, but I wanted to show you this video because just to show you that you can actually, you can run an offense like this and be successful. It's not going to be perfect every single time. Honestly, I also had a comment on that video yesterday that says, like, none of this stuff works. You're doing it in practice mode. This doesn't work versus real opponents. Like, all of your plays are scams or whatever the case may be. And it was just funny that he would leave that comment on that video because I had this video pretty much ready to go. And I said, in that video that I would post the gameplay. Here, starting out on defense, though, just trying to get a stop. But, like I said, that's just funny because, like, pretty much anything I post to you guys, I've at least tried it in game. I don't always post gameplay footage. I rarely do just because I don't sit back and dig through all my gameplays, and I don't edit a lot of gameplays because it just takes a lot of time. Here he's throwing it up, we go up, and we get the user pick. Try to go to the top, and we get the pick with the safety. But yeah, I'm going to try to do more gameplays, but I don't always post gameplays. But if I'm posting something, it works. And this is the main triple option here that I was showing you. Now, you're going to see throughout the game that, it might not work every single play, but you have to stick with it. Nothing is when I post a tip on any tip on this channel, I'll always say for the most part, I'm like, don't just spam this. This is just a piece of the puzzle that you build around. I'm giving you a good run or a good pass play. And it's up to you to go look at that formation and try to find things to build around it. Here, I'm gonna be honest, don't know what I was doing. Probably the worst read I have made in the last 2 years of Madden. I had a couple things open. I don't know what happened. Like, I just panicked and just made one of the dumbest reads I could. And now this guy's starting to run the ball because his first drive, he didn't really like how the passing was going for him. So now he's like just trying to spam the run, spam the spin button, which is, it's really easy for anybody to do that this year. Try to get to the outside, try to spin. Like right there, I had him dead to rights on the outside. I went for the conservative tackle, didn't try to hit stick or anything like that. Strafed up, still got faked out, even though EA said that wasn't supposed to happen this year. It still does. So that's frustrating. Here again, back to the triple option, getting a solid like 6-yard gain there. And like I said, you have to stick with it. Anytime you're having a run style of offense or, just sticking in one formation, you have to stick with it. You can't, you might lose a yard on the first play or get no yards on the first play, and then you want to abandon it and then go back to it, 20 plays later, and then maybe you only get a couple yards on it and you just say, like, oh, I'm just done with this. I'm not even using this. Like, you can't play like that. You have to stick with it because you're going to break it. If I'm showing you a good run, that means it's a consistent run. It's a run that can be broken for big yardage, or it can be very consistent. Here, on 4th and long, going forward, dot him over the middle with a deep crossing route out of trips tight end. I'll switch it up and go to shotgun when it's a situation where I really need to pass. Because I feel like I have some more explosive plays out of that than I do out of the pistol. When I'm running the pistol, I'm trying to build around the run and make them overcommit to the run, and that's what opens up the pass. But if I really need to pass, if I need a lot of yards, I do go to shotgun. Here, throwing the high point for the touchdown. Looks like a bad read, but it's very consistent. If you high point a curl in the end zone, they come down with it like half the time, and it's very hard to get picked. So that's what we went with there. Now here we are right before half. Just trying to not let him score here. We went and tied it up. So all we're trying to do is not let him score. He hits me with a nice corner route here. Now, this is where you have to get good on defense because I see him go right back to it. I know that he wants to hit that again because he's motioning that guy over. So what I do here is I take away the corner route and we cause a coverage sack there. And you got to pay attention to your opponent's tendencies because that's going to come up big later in the game as well. So here I'm just playing man defense. It's 5 seconds before half. And this right here, completely frustrating because this is the type of stuff in the game that just I am not a fan of. I'm not a fan of this right here. He throws up a dice roll. He just throws it up before half. Mohamed Sanu of all people. It's not like he threw it to Julio. I go up. I try to click on and swat it. My guy gets sucked into an animation that I couldn't control. My guy did not go up for the swat, and Sanu mosses him for a touchdown. Now, Mohamed Sanu is not a bad wide receiver, but he's not a guy that goes up and mosses you, especially if I'm clicking on to swat that. He got absolutely bailed out before half there. Now he's up 7 when it should be tied. Here again, you see I'm sticking with the run, and then look at this. Get to the outside, make one guy miss, and we're off to the races. And that is what this run can do for you if you stick with it. You can't just run it a couple times, maybe it's not successful, and say, I'm going away from it. You have to mix in the pass, you have to mix in other runs, which I did mix in some other runs here or there. I might not have showed every single clip from the game, but you can see what happens there when you stick with something, when you force them to defend it. And you're going to see later in this video, it's still going to keep coming through for me. So for the guy that did leave that comment on the video, like I'm trying to say, you have to stick with it. You have to build around it. You can't just, when I'm showing you any run, I don't care how good it is. I don't care if I say it's the best run in the game. I'm never going to tell you to just spam something over and over and over. I'm going to tell you to build around it, and you need to stick with your game plan. This was the first ever game that I ran this offense. I didn't even lab it that much. I went in practice mode, messed with the run, messed with a couple pass plays for like 15 minutes, and I just jumped into a regs game. That's why I played it in regs and not mud, because I'm like, let me just jump in a regs game and just see what happens. So I didn't really have that much experience with it. This was my first game running it, and I told myself, like, I'm going to stick with it, even in situations where maybe I'm not getting the type of yardage that I want. I'm going to stick with it, and I know that if I stick with it, those big runs will come, and that's exactly what happened there, and that changes the entire game. So here, he hits me with a nice dot to a corner out there, kind of not a route that he hit me with too much. He hit me with that one play a little bit. Here, he hits the toss again, and just again right there, I had pretty decent run defense set up. Everybody they got held there. Like, everybody's block held. And this was before the tuning update that just happened yesterday. So people were holding their blocks really well. So here we go again. I'm down 7. Feel like at worst it should be tied because of before half. And that was a terrible run by me there. I don't know what I was doing there. I had the entire gap open, and I think I accidentally just one-cut it to the inside. I kind of went a little too hard. Here you see again, going with the triple option. Again, getting a huge run here, about a 20-yard run. Look at the screen. 6 rushes for 99 yards, and those were all triple options. So that's really, really good yards per carry there. Here again, you see I'm mixing in a pass play. Got a little quick pass C route there. Here, this is the play action that plays off of the triple option. So it holds his user just briefly, and then look at what I can do. I can attack deep down the field with that post that kind of, turned into a crossing route for me. Like I said, just kind of taking away the clock here, because I know, I don't want to leave him too much time to score. I feel confident that I can stop him, because if I don't leave him too much time, I'm going to force him to pass a little bit. And he has shown me that he's not really a good passer. He's shown me that he's only completed maybe he completed 2 good passes, 2 good corner routes he got me. And then the other one was, he mossed me before half. So I know if I can force him to pass, I know what he wants to do. I feel like I can stop him. Here, switching it up, audible into the other pistol formation, hit him with a play that I have not ran at all this game, just mixing it up. Here we go again. We're, getting close to a minute left. Go back to the triple option. Look at this. I see the hole. I cut it inside, and we go for a touchdown. We've now run it like 7 times for over 100 yards. Like I said, it does work in game. You have to stick with it. You have to call it at the right time. You can't just spam it over and over and say, I'm just going to run this every time and run for 300 yards every single game. Doesn't work like that. You have to pick your spots. You have to force them to defend the pass and the run. Force them to defend the inside run. Like, every once in a while, I would run, the QB speed option off to the left. I maybe ran that 2 or 3 times this game. I only showed 1 clip, but I may have only run that about 3 times this game, but just enough to keep his mind thinking, like, I can't just completely negate this side of the field either. That's how you spread the defense out and make them have to worry about too many different things. And I do have another gameplay with this offense that I'm going to post soon as well. I just have to edit it. It'll be in a few days. On that one, I ran it with the Chiefs, and I actually liked it a lot better running it with the Chiefs. And you'll see, again, all these same runs working the same way they are here. So here I'm coming out cover 4 first, because I feel like he might try to run, and that's what he did there. He does not want to pass. He's terrified to pass. He's, like I said, he's only completed like 2 good passes all game. He wants to run, hopefully hit a spin move and take it to the house. So I stuffed him there. The clock is running, so now he kind of has to pass. And I know he doesn't want to do that. And here, again, he hits me with the corner route. I actually am able to knock the ball out there. That was a little bit lucky on my part, but I'll take it because of the play he had before half. I wasn't ready for that corner route because I don't believe he had run that one before, so he got me there. But I pretty much know everything he wants to do now. Well, on 3rd and 8, here he's in like a double set, so I'm not 100% sure because he doesn't motion the guy over here. So I'm just saying, let me just, guard the first down marker. Let me not let up a big play. And here, another frustrating thing happens because watch what happens. My guy drops into the passing lane. He throws right at him, and he moves out the way. I'm going to run this back in slow motion. Watch my linebacker. He gets perfectly in the passing lane, and watch how he kind of like sucks into the middle as soon as he throws the ball. So he completes that there. That could have easily been a pick or at least a defended pass, so that was very frustrating because I had the guy in the passing lane and he just inexplicably like slid to the middle of the field after he passed it, so that was annoying. But here again, like I said, I still believe I can stop him. I know he's going to make a bad play. I see him motion that guy over, so I know. I saw this twice already this game. He wants to throw the corner out to the tight end. I'm going to run this back a second time. Watch how I bait him. I run up the field like I'm going to run with the streak, and at the last second, I undercut the corner route, pick it off, and now we're in field goal range to win the game. Watch it back slowly. I pretend like I'm running up field with the streak because I know where he wants to go already. I already know, so I have to make him think it's open, and at the very last second, I jump down and undercut it right as he throws it and pick him off. We kick the field goal for a win. So, 2 things I want you to take away from this video. 1, the plays work. When you come in with a game plan, you have to stick with it. If not, you can't expect it to be successful for you. Number 2, you pay attention to your opponent's tendencies. Learn the plays that they like to go to in crucial situations, and that's how you bait someone into throwing you a pick. When you already know what's coming, you've won. When you know where he wants to go, you've won. So you pretend like you're running away from that guy and you're going somewhere else, and at the last second, you jump on that guy, you undercut the ball, you hold Y, you get the interception, and that's how you get stops in Madden, and ultimately that big play is what won us the game. So I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. I thought it was a very good gameplay, very good close game down to the wire. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, I will see you guys next time.